episode 32, titled Exam Acronyms, Quick Audio Reference for Fast Recall, we promise a fast, high-retention tour that plays beautifully in audio. The goal is fluency under time pressure, not encyclopedic coverage. You will hear each term once in full, followed by its acronym, and then we will use the acronym so your ear learns the shape you will see on screen. We will move in tight clusters, access, network, crypto, and operations, so context switching is limited and recall builds by association. Expect short, plain definitions, tiny use cases, quick contrast cues, and micro quizzes that nudge recall before revealing the answer. The cadence is deliberate. Hear it, picture it, say it, use it. Transport and session security often hinge on one dependable anchor. Transport layer security, spelled TLS on first mention and TLS thereafter, negotiates encryption between endpoints and protects confidentiality and integrity in transit. Pronounce TLS crisp on each letter. Tiny scenario. A browser connects to a payment site. TLS establishes keys, validates the certificate chain, and encrypts session data so login, token exchange, and checkout happen privately. Memory hook. Padlock in the bar means TLS is there. Exam trap to avoid. SSL appears in legacy phrasing and distractors. The correct modern term is TLS, and version numbers matter when vulnerability questions appear. Keys and certificates create frequent timing and purpose questions. Certificate authority, spelled CA on first mention and CA thereafter, signs and vouches for identities. Online Certificate Status Protocol, spelled OCSP on first mention and OCSP thereafter, checks revocation in real time. Certificate Revocation List, spelled CRL on first mention and CRL thereafter, is the older batch list of revoked certs. Tiny scenario. A client validates a server certificate chain, consults OCSP to confirm the cert is still good, and completes the TLS handshake. Memory hook. Ask OCSP, read CRL. Trap alert. A question may imply that an expired certificate is revoked. Expiration and revocation are different states with different remedies. Operations acronyms round out the cluster with time and tolerance. Recovery time objective, spelled RTO on first mention and RTO thereafter, is how long a service can be down. Recovery point objective, spelled RPO on first mention and RPO thereafter, is how much data you can afford to lose. Contrast queue, T for time, P for point of last good data. Business continuity plan, spelled BCP on first mention and BCP thereafter, keeps operations moving. Disaster recovery plan, spelled DRP on first mention and DRP thereafter, restores systems after a hit. Service level agreement, spelled SLA on first mention and SLA thereafter, promises availability and support. Mean times, mean time to detect, spelled MTTD on first mention and MTTD thereafter, and mean time to recover, spelled MTTR on first mention and MTTR thereafter, measure how quickly you see and fix trouble. Micro quiz. Which metric tolerates fewer minutes during an outage for a trading platform? RTO or RPO? Answer, RTO. The tolerance for downtime is near zero. Now a crisp pronunciation pass, so spoken recall matches the page. Pronounce OAuth for OAuth and OIDC for OIDC. Say RSA for RSA, AES, and HMAC with a soft H for HMAC. Keep TLS, PKI, and IM as discrete letters, steady and evenly spaced, because that cadence sticks under stress. WAF is a one-beat word that rhymes with half, which helps in the lightning round. Memory hook for pairs. Think of OIDC as the ID badge, OAuth as the hall pass, IDS as a camera, IPS as a bouncer, RTO as the clock, RPO as the ledger. Let us fuse definitions to moments you can picture quickly. IAM checks who you are at the front door. SSO lets you walk through multiple doors without reintroducing yourself. MFA is the guard asking for a second credential when the badge alone is not enough. RBAC is the key ring for a job title. ABAC is the smart lock that decides based on who you are, where you are, and what time it is. Micro quiz. You rotate a contractor into finance systems for 30 minutes to clear a backlog. Is RBAC or ABAC better suited for the temporary conditions? Answer ABAC, because attributes and time windows drive the decision. Network examples lock in contrast. IDS is the motion sensor pinging the guard. IPS is the door that closes when motion looks hostile. WAF is the bouncer who understands the language of the application, blocking a suspicious request even when the door is otherwise open. VPN is the private corridor through a busy hallway. VLANs mark off rooms so a fire in one does not smoke out the whole building. Memory hook. Sensor, stopper, speaker, shield, slices. IDS senses, IPS stops, WAF speaks app, TLS shields, VLAN slices. Quiz. Which control focuses on HTTP behaviors over generic packet patterns, WAF or IDS? Answer, WAF. Crypto examples keep it tangible. PKI is the town registry that confirms signatures. RSA is the lock whose key pair lives in different pockets. AES is the strongbox inside the room. HMAC is the tamper seal on the envelope. SHA is the fingerprint that proves nothing was swapped. Tiny scenario. Backups at rest use AES with keys in a hardware module. Daily integrity checks compare SHA digests, and restore pipelines verify HMH to ensure the stream was not altered in flight. Trap queue. Hashing alone is not encryption. If a stem says hash to protect confidentiality, expect that distractor to be wrong. Now a short cadence loop you can replay during breaks. Pair contrasts back to back with a beat between. OIDC proves identity. OAuth grants access. IDS detects, IPS prevents. RTO is the downtime clock. RPO is the data rewind point. RBAC maps roles. ABAC evaluates attributes. Say the first line, pause, answer aloud, then confirm. The rhythm is intentional. Call, breath, response. This loop trains the mouth and the ear so that, under the exam timer, the right word arrives without rummaging. Let us insert a micro-quiz set you can answer before the reveal. Which control best reduces credential replay on an exposed portal? SSO, MFA, or VPN? Answer MFA, because the second factor defeats stolen passwords. Which acronym names the contract that customers point to when uptime dips? SLA, BCP, or DRP? Answer SLA, because it codifies promises. Which metric measures detection speed and is improved by better alerts? MTTD or MTTR? Answer MTTD, the time to notice. Keep the answers short in your head, because brevity under pressure preserves time for the items that need reading twice. An analyst-friendly memory set for distractors helps you keep points. If a stem pairs OIDC with resource access tokens and OAuth with identity claims, flip them. Identity claims belong to OIDC and resource tokens belong to OAuth. If a stem claims IDS blocks traffic inline by default, watch for the trick. IPS blocks inline, IDS usually does not. If a stem treats RPO as maximum outage time, swap it. RTO is time, RPO is data loss. For TLS distractors that still say SSL, check the version and the vulnerability context. Modern phrasing wants TLS. For pacing, we keep segments short and loopable. Each cluster you just heard is designed to run in under 3 minutes, so you can replay access, network, crypto, or operations during a ride, a coffee queue, or a hallway break. When you replay, speak the acronyms aloud once, then answer the micro-quiz prompt silently and check yourself. You are training cadence and confidence, not just knowledge. The more you hear, say, and resolve, the more automatic your contrasts become. The lightning round builds fluency by speeding the same set with no definitions, only cues. Listen for the cue identity proof, answer OIDC. Delegated access, answer OAuth. Detect, answer IDS. Prevent, answer IPS. Time to up, answer RTO. Data to lose, answer RPO. Transport encryption, answer TLS. Role map, answer RBAC. Attribute gate, ABAC. Web filter, WAF. Private tunnel, VPN. Segment, VLAN. Hash plus key, HMAC-C. Symmetric cipher, AES. Certificate trust, PKI. Public key algorithm, RSA. Run that loop at normal pace, then faster again until your answer arrives before the queue ends. Close with an alphabetical sweep that locks shapes and sounds. Say AES, symmetric. ABAC, attributes. DRP, recovery plan. HMAC, integrity and origin. IAM, identity umbrella. IDS, detects. IPS, prevents. OAUTH, delegated access. OIDC, identity claims. PKI, certificates and trust. RBAC, roles. RPO, data loss point. RSA, asymmetric. SL, promised service. SSO, one login. TLS, transport security. VLAN, segmented lanes. VPN, private tunnel. WAF, application shield. The alphabet gives your brain fixed pegs, so exam eyes catch the right line when distractors crowd the page. In conclusion, set a daily 10-minute drill that uses the clusters and the lightning round as small loops. Begin with access and network on odd days, crypto and operations on even days, then finish each session with one rapid alphabet sweep. Keep first mentions in your notes with the full term and the acronym. Then ride the acronym thereafter so your ear and eye match the exam style. Under time pressure, crisp contrasts, pronounceable shapes, and tiny scenarios will carry you. This loop turns them into reflex. Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.